Welcome back to In Ohio Country today, and joining me now is Jill Smith from the Auglaize County Farm Bureau. Jill, thanks for joining us.
Sure. Thank you for having me. We're excited to have our Ag Safety Day and have so many good information pieces for people to take part in and learn more about how to be safer in their everyday life.
Let's talk a little bit about what the Farm Bureau does and about what you're doing here today to help educate our producers.
Sure. Farm Bureau's main initiative is to bridge the gap in our communities. And so for us, it's important to protect our farmer members, make sure that their livelihoods are safe. And safety is a huge part of that. My county board felt really strongly about being a part of this and providing information to our farmers as well as our community members about being safer in their practices, taking more time, and making sure that we don't have accidents if we can prevent them. So Farm Bureau in general is an agriculture organization that is supportive legislatively, is supportive in the community, and people who believe in agriculture, we would love to have you.
Yeah, no question about it. And you know, when you come to a safety event like this, you're going to learn more about what's happening on the farm, but more importantly, maybe re-educate yourself. We're always worried about our farmers, but our producers as well. Bring people onto the farm that aren't familiar with the farm. So there are some things we need to know and remind ourselves, especially with people who are visiting the farm.
Sure, we take a lot of things for granted because it's our everyday. If you have livestock or if you have equipment, staying out of their way, not being in a blind spot, or not approaching an animal that you don't know, those are things that we automatically are ingrained with. Even littles know from the very beginning because that's kind of how we bring them up. But visitors don't know that, so we need to be more cognizant of when we have visitors on our farm, not just saying, hey, that's not safe, explain why that's not safe. It's, tractors have blind spots. They don't have quick reaction time. Right now we have so many farmers on the roads because it's spring, everybody wanting to get out. Regular people on the road need to remember that A, they have blind spots, B, that they can't stop on a dime, and their turn radius is huge. And they can't always get over as much as we would love them to as just a regular car on the road. So we just need to be all very cognizant of if you have a visitor, if you're driving. Our farming is expensive, but it's also incredibly dangerous. And so every day our folks are going out there trying to keep themselves and their families safe, and we want to keep you safe too. So we also need to be cognizant of visitors as well. So
let's talk a little bit about those hazards that occur because of the weather. I mean, we recently experienced some tornadoes through west central Ohio, and it's that time of the year again, too, where you're out there because of a hazard, because of bad weather, maybe a tornado, maybe some flooding, but those things that happen on the farm, and you have some personal experience to share with that it could be dangerous, very dangerous after an event like that.
it is, and my family experienced about 8 or 10 years ago, we had a tornado come through our farm and destroyed our buildings. And we had livestock at the time. But bless our first responders in our area. That's the first thing that we did. My family was safe, but we didn't know what the rest of the farm looked like. So the first thing we did was call our first responders, and our fire department helped us out. They led us in the right direction, and that's automatically your first response because they know what to do. They can help lead you if you have electric power lines down. They can help lead you to get those fixed. They can help lead you if you have gas problems. They helped us pump out our basement because the sump pump stopped working. So that's why we need to be supportive of our first responders in our community, whether it's your local fire department, go to their fish fries, do their activities, support them, vote for their levies because these folks are protecting us, and a lot of them are doing it because they just feel the need to be a volunteer. And so that's the first line of defense is if you have a situation like that, call and get help because they can help you, lead you, and safely lead you where you need to go. Because we all think we can fix it, but we can't always do that.
Couldn't say it any better. Jill Smith has been our guest from the Auglaize County Farm Bureau. Jill, for more information, you've got a website for the Auglaize County Farm Bureau.
So you can go to ofbf.org and go to the county section, and you can lead you right to the different counties in Ohio, specifically Auglaize County. So thank you for being here, Dan. We appreciate it, and we're excited about the day and what we have to offer.
And we'll have a link to that site as well at our site at inohiocountry.com. We'll be back with more right after this.